Hey guys, it's Loaded here, and I'm back for part 2 of my life story. And last time, I just talked about how my parents got divorced, or announced that they were splitting up. So here we go. After February, in March we had our spring break, and the idea was that we were going to have one last trip as a family. And then my dad was gonna move out, so that was kind of tough. But I mean, I didn't really focus on that. I remember while we were in Costa Rica, because that's where we went. We went ziplining through the canopy or through the rainforest, and there were canopy zip lines. So essentially, it was just like a platform around like a redwood tree or something like that. So that was a lot of fun. And then we went ATVing, and I remember when we were ATVing, we were on the road, and the guide, he decided to prop the ATV up on two wheels and almost got hit by a car. So that was interesting. And then I remember me and my mom hanging out on the beach a lot. And then remember the pool a lot. Actually, funny story. Not directly related to the pool, but the bar there. I'd ordered a Shirley Temple, and the bartender gave me a White Russian, and my mom goes, "That's not a Shirley Temple." And the bartender goes, "No, White Russian." She's like, "Oh, I guess I'll take that." So, yeah, that was interesting. Yeah. Anyways, so I remember the pool because they had a big water slide that went partially covered, like it was partially dark, so that was pretty cool. And it was humid there. It was always pretty hot though, and the rain was like a warm rain. And we had spent, I think, 4 days at that hotel, Seco Mono. And then we took our little Isuzu, I think it was, across the country of Costa Rica. And I don't really know the hotel name, but I remember that my dad had bought an alpaca rug on the way there. And my dad actually still has that. It's hanging on our wall in this townhouse. So yeah. So after that, I kind of got really depressed, as you would imagine, because I didn't see my dad for 2 years. I didn't see him until my brothers graduated high school, and 2 or 3 years actually, I think, maybe 3. But so I think actually 2. I don't really know. Anyways, so I mean, my grades started to drop. I didn't really care about much, and I didn't really want to do work in school. I mean, I didn't really care about school anymore, and it just turned into like a chore. I mean, I'm sure some of you feel like that right now. But I mean, I used to take joy in school, and I used to find it fun. I used to see it as a place where I could meet my friends and whatnot, and and that's how I kind of see it now. But I'll get to that later. Let's see. So while I was in middle school, I got my first kiss at the age of 11 in the backyard of my friend's house in her hot tub. So yeah. And then I had my first like kind of fake, not real girlfriend when I was 12. So I mean, it was middle school, so I mean, it didn't really mean anything. A big thing was holding hands and kissing. So, and then after that, in 04, my brothers graduated high school, and I kind of reconnected with my dad a little. And I remember going to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, because that's where my brother was going to college. And we had this big van, and we just finished unloading my brother into his dorm. And my mom starts crying, and my dad's just kind of standing there. And that's just how my dad is. Like, he doesn't really show a lot of emotion, and I don't think I do the same thing. Which, I mean, it's both good and bad. But I mean, I guess how I was raised, at least how I saw my dad, was, he never cried, he never got angry, he just did what he could, and I mean, that was that. And I remember in between that time, when it was just my mom, the Christmas breaks were always kind of depressing because it's the time when the family's supposed to be together, and we didn't have our whole family there because I didn't see my dad, and it was just my mom, and we celebrated Hanukkah, and I remember my mom always had Christmas music playing, and she'd always be in the kitchen at in the morning. No matter what time it was, she'd always be playing Christmas music and dancing, and God knows what dance she was doing, but so I mean, it was alright, but it wasn't the same. Let's see, like I said, during middle school, I reconnected with my dad, and he moved so I could stay with him every other week, and that's how it is now. So he lived really close to my school, so I just walked to my school, and it was and I didn't really like school. I mean, it was like a chore, like I said. And then I went to high school in 2008, or no, 7, I think. Yeah, that sounds about right. So yeah, 2007, and I had this evil Spanish teacher. She was 80 years old and still teaching. She'd been teaching at the school since 1964, and she's still there. She's still really evil, and I'm pretty sure I set the record for most zeros on a homework, even though I did it, because I did my homework every time, and I got zeros on it 18 straight times. So she hated me. So yeah, I don't really know why. She just really didn't like me. And then sophomore year, I'd taken biology, and my biology teacher absolutely hated me. I don't really know why. Again, maybe I did something to piss her off. I don't really know. And then my English teacher, she was absolutely terrible. She didn't teach us anything. She was like, I don't know, maybe mid-20s, and she had this really weird fiance or husband. I can't remember which one it was at the time, but he was Greek, and it looked like he put a whole stick of butter in his hair. His hair was really, really greasy. It was really weird. I remember she had a tramp stamp. I think it was a butterfly. I'm not really sure, but I wouldn't be surprised. She didn't teach us anything, so yeah, that was that. And let's see. In sophomore year, I hated geometry. My geometry teacher was a little Indian lady. She spoke extremely monotone, and she was really, really annoying, and I hated her. And then junior year got a little bit better. My parents convinced me that I actually needed to do better in school because I'd still carried the mentality that school didn't matter from my middle school days. So I started doing better. I got a really cool English teacher that my brothers got. Essentially, he just told us stories all day when he was our age because he had also gone to Campo. That's the school that I go to. So he had also gone there, and now he teaches there. So yeah. And so he told us stories about, what it was like for him. And I had a really cool math teacher. He would pretty much just yell at people all day that gave him trouble, and he ranted about how global warming is fake and that kind of stuff. And quickly jumping back to my sophomore year, I got my license in, let's see, when was it? I want to say June of sophomore year. June of sophomore year. And that's also about the same time when I got my first actual girlfriend, because, middle school didn't really mean anything, like I said. So that lasted until about midway through junior year, or the first couple months at least. And then in the winter of junior year, I had my second girlfriend, second like actual girlfriend, like I said, and that lasted about till summer. I mean, I don't really know why we broke up, either occurrence, because I don't really focus on that kind of stuff. It's just really not important. And I remember I got in my car late sophomore year, or late, no, I don't even know. I think I got it in the summer. I'm not really sure. But I remember I had gone around a turn at about 45, and this was almost a hairpin turn. And my car doesn't have traction control, so I hit some gravel, and my tires kind of spun, and I hit a road sign. I hit a no trespassing sign, so it was kind of ironic. At least I think it was. So that happened, and my stepdad also backed up into my car with the truck. So I had a couple dents in my car, which kind of pains me to see it, but got those taken out. That was nice, and that brings us up to today, pretty much. I'm set to graduate this year, and I'm going to a technical school to be a mechanic in August. So I mean, that's about my life story right now, guys. I mean, I'm only 18, so I mean, there's not much else to tell. So I hope you guys enjoyed these 2 episodes. Let me know what you guys thought, and yeah, that's about it, guys. Peace.